Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. In the last episode we spoke to Zelda and learnt our fate was to save Hyrule from Ganondorf by getting the 3 spiritual stones and stopping him from getting the Triforce. We need to head up to Death Mountain, which is up there at some point, to get the spiritual stone of fire, which we'll be doing probably later this episode. For now we've come to the graveyard, and last time we opened up this tomb, which apparently contains the secret to controlling time. So down here, we have a bit of a kind of side quest to do. What side quest? Mini dungeon is what I meant to say. So, there's a new enemy here we've not come across before. These are Keese. When you get close to it, use L targeting. Even if it flies away, you can still target it. Easiest way of taking Keese out, you can hit him with your sword, but it's nice and quick to take him out with the old slingshot. That was actually really efficient. Go me. Woohee! I do love the fact that when they try and make Link look at the door, he just spins around like a mad lunatic. Now if we go through here, we encounter one of the more disturbing enemies in the game. These freaks are called Redeads. If we get near them, we should be able to target them. Oh god! But if they see you, they freeze you. And if you hammer buttons, you'll escape from them. Maybe before they... So they hop on you and start, like, milking the life out of you, and it's awful. Oh, and I'm actually doing pretty bad for health. Don't go in this green shit because it'll kill you. I actually don't want to get close enough to scan them, because... I'm not playing Zelda, the Metroid anymore, am I? I don't want to come close enough to target them because I will die. Instead, I want to come here, to the end of the dungeon, essentially. This poem is dedicated to the memory of the dearly departed members of the royal family. The rising sun will eventually set. A newborn's life will fade. From sun to moon, moon to sun. Give peaceful rest to the living dead. This is an interesting poem, huh? Something else is inscribed on the tombstone. It's the secret melody of the Composer Brothers. Keep the sun's song in your heart. So indeed, we can play it quite easily. Oh bugger, he says, pressing the wrong button to start with. Excellent. So that is the Sun Song, which turns night into day and day into night, regardless of where you are. So it works on Hyrule Field and also works in areas that are timeless. It's also, you may recognise it as, it's the little jingle that's played whenever at the beginning of a new day. It goes, and then the main Hyrule music starts, so it's quite cool in that way. Restless souls wander where they don't belong. Bring them calm with the Sun's song. So what that means is that's actually a handy way of stunning undead enemies, specifically these Redeads. So if I play it now quickly... Come on, there we go. Nope, hold on. There we go. As you say, when you're not on a kind of staffed section, you can play whatever you want. It's only when you trigger a melody that something actually happens with it. So now we can actually scan these guys a bit more safely. Redead, its gaze will paralyze you. If it grabs you, rapidly tap A to escape. They are stunned. If you hit them, it will break the stunning, and you can kill them relatively straightforwardly, but I don't want to risk it when I've only got 3/4 of a heart left. Here, there's another little thing we can do. You see, Navi flies over to this bit here, and it's kind of sparkling with a gold bit. This leads to an unusual thing. There aren't many of these in the game, but... Play the Sun Song for it again. And you summon a Sun Sprite, which, if you touch it, will heal you fully, which is bloody handy. Let's head back up to Kakariko Graveyard. Now, there's 2 useful things here which are hidden in various graves. If we pull this grave back, then... Oh, that wasn't the right one. Oh, there's a Poe underneath it. Well, we can kill the Poe in basically the same way as we fought the Composer Brothers. Just L target it, wait for it to become real. Also, listen to that sound in the background. There it goes. Well, you defeated a Poe and you can catch the ghost in a bottle, except we don't have a bottle. That'll become more relevant later. If we look up there, there is a gold skulltula, and that what you can hear is the sound they make. So that's a way you can find them, by listening for that sound. Unfortunately, we can kill it with a slingshot. We've got no way of getting the token yet, so I'll come back for that a little later. I guess the one I wanted to get was this one instead. It was, yes, so that leads to a hole. And there is another Redead here. So I'm going to stun it with the Sun Song. and then draw my sword, head behind it, and start jump attacking it, which should kill it. 2 jump attacks will kill it before it can fully recover from being stunned. Now we just need to wait for it to die, which does take a disturbing amount of time. They're such a creepy looking enemy with the face mask on. Ugh. There we go, and with that done... Do I need to play the Sun Song again? I thought you wait for the re-dead to be dead. Oh, maybe we're giving it spirit rest now. There we go. Sun Song, very much the theme of this episode, you may be noticing. A large chest here, though, which is quite useful. So this contains a piece of heart. Collect 4 pieces in total to get another heart container. More heart containers means more life energy. So yes, there's 36 of these, I think, in the game in total. And you'll notice there, on the other vertically scrolling meter on top of the... on the top right of the visualizer there is the numbers of pieces of heart, but every 4 will get us a new heart container, which is pretty cool. One more thing we can grave rob in the graveyard is this one here that has flowers in front of it is important. This I strongly recommend doing before proceeding on with the main quest, because it saves you either a lot of effort or a lot of money or both. Nothing to fight or anything in here, just a chest that we can open straight away and get a Hylian shield. So, what's interesting about the Hylian shield, it's, if I bring up the gear screen, then you will see we equip it there, and it says it is a big sturdy shield, just like the Hylian knights use. It's light and sturdy and can stand up to flame attacks. We're about to go somewhere fiery, Death Mountain. This is very handy, this shield, because it's fireproof. Unfortunately, it's too big for us to hold as an adult, so we can't... If we shield, we actually just crouch on the ground like that. We can't move while shielding, and we can't reflect projectiles back with it. But the plus side is it's fireproof. If you've got your Deku shield out and you hit a fire attack, it will just burn away. There are ways to get other Deku shields. Like, for example, you can buy them in the same shop we bought it for in the first episode. You can still buy them as many as you want there for 40 rupees. This as well you can buy in Castletown for 80 rupees, or you can get one for free in there. So, we're now in Kakariko Village, but it's night time, which isn't particularly helpful. So, we want it to be... Oh, bloody hell. That's not the button I want to press. We want it to be daytime. So, everyone's favourite song. So you will notice a slightly strange thing. When you use the Sun Song in an area like this, it resets where you are. Like, you reload the area and you re-enter it. You don't just appear where you are to kind of load you into the day version rather than the night version. We've got a side quest to do with this woman here. What should I do? My cuckoos have all flown away. You little boy, please help me bring them back to this pen. So, yes, time for some chicken wrangling. There's 7 of them to gather in total. 5 of them are relatively straightforward. 2 of them are really hard to get hold of. This one actually can be a bit of a bugger. You should see it's up there. What we need to do is hit it with a slingshot bullet and it'll start running around like a mad thing. At that point, it will fall off the ledge that it was on and allow us to pick it up. You can technically glide down to it from up there, dead ahead. I'll explain what I mean in a second by gliding. It's an advantage of chickens, so you can pick them up and throw them, but also if you jump off a high surface when you're holding onto a chicken, cuckoo even they're called, you will kind of gently glide down as the cuckoo flaps its wings. It looks very physically improbable, but they can do it. Third one's over here. I didn't quite see it because of the load distance. Then the next one is somewhere over here. I can see one over there to the right. That one you can't get yet, or not so easily. That's the one that feels a bit tricky to get. I'll explain what I mean. You can hear a chicken here, because if we crack into this, there's another one. Let's return it. Now, from here, the way we're going at the moment will be the way up to Death Mountain. This is the path to the old Death Mountain Trail up through that gate, but we're not going through there yet. Instead, our 5th cuckoo is here, and this is what I was talking about earlier when I mean gliding. If you jump with them, you can see you do a gentle little glide down with them. So you can get from here, for example, you can get down to the one that was on the ledge up here. Kind of, I didn't glide particularly efficiently there, but that's one way of doing it, but shooting it to aggravate it is one other way. Don't shoot it too many times, though. I will show a little later in the game what happens if you aggravate a cuckoo too much, but it's pretty fucking dangerous. Anyway, what we need to do now is... I don't particularly like this bit because it feels glitchy. There's a number of ways to do it, neither of which feel legitimate. They both feel like you're basically somehow glitching it out. You can either stand on that roof up behind us and glide down to it, and you only just make it, or you can do what works here but also feels really weird, is you climb up to the top of this watchtower. Then from up here, L target forward, walk right to the end, and then jump off. And you perfectly land on top of this fence here. And if you drop down, we are in this little area round behind where we want to be. Because if we hop down here, there is one of our chickens. There's actually two behind here, so I'm not going to return this guy for now. What I'm going to do is launch him over the fence, so now he's somewhere useful. And I'll deal with him in a second. More importantly is if we climb up here, then there is another one at the top here. And with this one we can then hop down. Oh, don't land in the well. And not only are we now out of that little secret area, but also we can deliver this guy. Whoop. And then there is the other one, which we successfully launched over the fence, should now just be waiting for us here. Hello! And returning them is all 7 of our cuckoos, which is entirely worth doing because the reward you get for it is bloody useful. Oh, did that one not go in? Oh, for fuck's sake. Can you... Shut up. Good. There we go. With that done, we can talk to her. Thank you for finding my cuckoos. I have allergies, so I get goosebumps when you touch them. Don't have chickens, then! For helping me, I will give you this. Isn't it all sparkly and pretty? Please take good care of it. So we get an empty bottle. If you put something in this bottle, you can use it with the button. This is very handy. There's actually a number of empty bottles in the game. This is just one of them, 4 in total. So I'm going to put that on. Why? What can we do with it? Well, there is one very useful thing we can do with it. So let's, for now. Well, you can put various things in it. And the main one I'm going to use for now is in the graveyard. If we pick up this rock here, there's a number of places that do this in the game, but this rock is one that I know definitely always works. If you lift up the rock, some bugs scuttle out from underneath it, and using your bottle, you can catch a bug in the bottle. You can call a bug in the bottle, you can release it with a button. This kind of bug prefers to live in small holes in the ground. Now, that's important, because this is a very easy thing to not figure out, and can somewhat harm you if you're going for 100% of the game. If you come to this point here, you see a small mound of soft soil here. When this bug likes to live in soft soil. Drop the bug off. There's apparently still 3 in there. And they will wander around a bit, and then enter the hole. Stand back at this point, and wait for the magic to happen. Indeed, they kick out a gold Skulltula, which is quite handy. There's several out, those throughout the game, ones that are hidden specifically in soft soil locations. So it's kind of awkward because you need to make sure you have a bug in the bottle when you come across them. But there is one. I kind of said but, and then I stopped thinking and stopped talking. There's 5 more gold Skulltulas we actually want to gather for now. Oh, and they're all in Kakariko Village, but they all only come out at night. In most places, Skulltulas, unless they're hiding somewhere, so underground, in a tree or something like that, generally they will only come out at night, which is worth knowing. But as I say, there's 5 of them around here. So the first one is up in this area that's kind of under construction. If we come onto the side of it, yep, there indeed it is. That's going to hurt me, isn't it? They actually, oh bloody hell, they do a significant amount of damage to you. Oh, I think they do a heart every time you touch them, which is a bit rough. There we go. Grab the token from that one. Next, if we come around to the side here, this one's pretty easy to get. Just sitting there on the edge is this one. Now this one, I actually don't know if it has to be nighttime to get this one because it is in a tree. I think you can knock it out during the daytime, but indeed, knock one out of that tree. Thank you very much. There's also this creepy guy now only at nighttime sitting in front of it. Oh, bloody hell. What do you do? If you talk to him, he says, "People are disgusting. My own father and mother are disgusting. You must be disgusting too." What a charming fellow. He becomes relevant later on. 2 more to get. So the next one, we need to go to the watchtower that we just climbed and jumped off. There's various things in the houses that I will go through when it becomes relevant, but generally I'm not doing that for now. We just need to climb up to this. Ooh, that's nice with the full moon up ahead. I think the moon is always full in this game. I don't think it actually goes through phases in any way. But that gets us a gold Skulltula token, and then there is one more to get, which is this building here. If we go onto the side of it, no, wrong one, that building there, on the side of that one, is our 5th and final one in Kakariko Village. So by this point, you might be wondering what is the point of gold Skulltulas. We have 10 of them at the moment? Yes, 11 actually. Wonderful. What is the point of them? This building to the right here, the one that had a Skulltula on the side and had a chicken on this bit here. This is the House of Skulltula. Oh, what a hideous freak. We look like this because of the spider's curse, but since you've destroyed 11 spiders of the curse is starting to weaken. Did the kids who return to normal get you any rewards? You should know the only way to become very rich is to destroy as many spiders of the curse as possible. There's some tricks to finding them all. First of all, you'll have to hunt at night. Second, keep in mind they love soft soil. Pay close attention to your surroundings, please. We're counting on you. So, people in this house have been cursed and turned into freaky spider people. And whenever you get a multiple of 10 Skulltula tokens, you'll turn one of them back to human, who will give you a reward. So this happy fellow here has been turned back into a human, and he gives us, as a reward, an adult wallet. So that increases a maximum rupee count from 99 up to 200, which is quite handy to have this early in the game. Now, we need it to be daytime here, so I'll play the sun song quickly. And with our various side quests around the graveyard and the village as a whole completed pretty much for now, what we need to do is head up Death Mountain. So in order to do that, we need to go to exactly where I just was. So I kind of don't know why I started talking this early on, because I've not got a lot to say. Kakariko Village is nice, the music is nice, it's quite a peaceful feeling place, and it doesn't feel as mad as Castletown does. Anyway, this guard here is guarding the passage up. If we check the sign, it says, Death Mountain, no passage without a royal decree. And indeed, he says to us, the road is closed beyond this point. Can't you read the sign over there? Oh, I see, you're just a kid and you can't read yet. Ha ha ha. What a bastard. Anyway, let's show him Zelda's letter. Oh, this is surely Princess Zelda's handwriting. Well, let's see. Okay. This is the Doctor. He is under my orders to save Hyrule. Ha 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 ha. Oh, what funny game has our princess come up with now? Okay, alright, you can go. Just be careful, Mr. Hero. Ha 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 ha. Well, I get the feeling he doesn't properly believe us, but it doesn't really matter as long as he opens the gate. By the way, Mr. Hero, if you're going to climb Death Mountain, you should equip a proper shield. It is an active volcano, after all. If you go back to Hyrule Castletown Market and check out the bazaar, they sell the shield you need there. Tell them I sent you and they should give you a special discount. If you think you're good to go already, don't worry about it. I'd like to ask a favour of you, though. No, I don't expect you to do it just because of the great tip I gave you. I'm just asking. Have you been to the Happy Mask shop that opened in Hyrule Castletown Market? Everyone is talking about it. My little boy pesters me for a popular mask, but I don't have the time to go there. So could you go and get the mask for me next time you're in the market? If you don't like it, feel like it, that's okay, but, well, I have no choice. This is my job. So, that sets up a bit of a side quest for later, but I will be dealing with that later. For now, yes, he's telling us to get the Hylian shield, which I've already got. Having talked to him, you can now get it for 60 rupees instead of 80, or you can get one for free by just looting a grave. God, obvious choice to make. And so we're going to end the episode there. Next episode, we're going to be proceeding up Death Mountain. Thank you very much, and good day.